All right, it's June 20th, and I'm actually recording before midnight. How about that? Also, yes, brand new digs. I mentioned it last video, and I posted a picture of the moving boxes, and yeah, I moved. I'm now in the Phoenix, Arizona section of Phoenix, Arizona. Not just, well, I was in Tempe the last 8 years. And access to like everything. Also, you can see my kitchen. I don't have that entertainment center anymore. I donated it. But yeah, you can see these fun Mario magnets on my fridge and some things that are looking even with the green, without a green screen. There we go. There you go. You can see the autographed 30 beer can from Pumpkin Drublick 2022, when the last Phoenix one, and some other assorted souvenir glass sets. Actually, speaking of Pumpkin Drublick, there is a sealed can of Pumpkin Drublick here, back there. I put this one here. Thank you, Sterling, once again, for this fun hat. Just to, dress up the situation. My green screen is, I think, in that box. I haven't unpacked everything. That's the big thing. I at least got the computer all hooked up again. Got the lights, camera. Lights, camera, action. Oh, but I got all that hooked up, and I probably shouldn't unpack that box because it's also got my PlayStation 5, and Death Stranding 2 comes out this week. Hideo Kojima's latest opus, and it's fucking crazy, but still also you gotta play it, right? But also next time, like I threw stuff into just like bags that are sitting here. Let's see what we can find in here. Oh, yep, we can find right here. And you recognize these, right? Oh, they fit over my glasses. Maybe I could just wear these. But yeah, they're also smudged. We've got to clean these. There's also this stuff here. We got my Howler plushie. R.I.P. the Coyotes, at least for now. Maybe the Dorman franchise will come back. This awesome birthday gift from Marla. It's here with me. Made me a 2600 video game adventure cartridge in here too, right? Yeah. So definitely made it here. We're still unpacking stuff and bring things out, but that's not going to stop me from telling you about shows once again. Now that we're settled in, I guess I'd be the kind of way to put it. I mean, I'm not fully unpacked, but regardless, I want to tell you about shows once again. And, I guess I ran out of stuff. I mean, I could keep going through this back. You want to go? You want to hear about shows? Okay. I get it. All right, so let's go. Yes, welcome to another episode of Every Show Joe Says Go, where I'm recommending shows within my taste of music, and usually, I hope, within yours, that have at least one artist that I think fucking rule, maybe more. They're always complimentary of each other, all that fun stuff, and I gotta also pause for a second, because, that intro video was recorded in Tempe. I kind of like how clean my desk is right now. It's for a tangent. But, and I even got this. We just gotta do, I got the brand new Mastergram on vinyl. If you haven't listened to this fucking album, it is so fucking good. Make sure you go check out Mastergram. You might have seen them tonight at Suicidal Tendencies. But really, really, really good. And you're hearing, I should already just put it out there, you're hearing Caffeine play underneath this, even though I think I have the Letterkenny song lyrics stuck in my head right now. All really good stuff, so go check it out. But also, the other thing I like to mention every week is, of course, also recommend masking, as I also inhibited my ability to record in the past 3 weeks was I caught COVID. Yay! But yeah, I caught it, and it was not fun. Once again, sinuses super irritated, made my chronic fatigue worse. Didn't seem to make my chronic fatigue better, for unfortunate news. But it did definitely make him worse, and that was a horrible week. And now I'm already getting and it still hasn't gone away, so hooray. But yeah, that's why I recommend masking, because I have been dealing with long COVID almost 3 years, and as a precaution, masking indoors at shows helps lower the risk of spreading COVID, especially as we have the dumb shit RFK Jr. and his cronies now, who are on the panel that are supposed to recommend vaccines that insurance will cover, restricting access to that stuff to help with health stuff. That at least if we mask indoors, we'll lower the risk for everyone, compromise everyone, and lower your risk of developing long COVID. Especially if, as proven through Yale Medicine and other research, that it has been proven the vaccinated have a lower risk of long COVID versus unvaccinated. So I always like to advocate mask, please. It lowers the risk at least, and I hate now 3 times going through the infection on top of almost 3 years as of next month that it'll be bad. But of course, other housekeeping, be sure to like this where you're watching it, whether it's Instagram, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Blue Sky, Threads. I'm trying to think where else I might post this. Patreon. Like it on Patreon. Patreon.com/everyshow. But yeah, be sure to like this while you're watching it. And if you're watching on YouTube, of course, be sure to subscribe. It's free. Get notifications when this content or any other content goes live. Also, it helps me out as those numbers go up. They give you access to more features on YouTube, like ad revenue. At least for the ones that I don't get, like, if they don't recognize the song underneath. And then we share the revenue. But that's fine, too. I don't care. I just want to promote the music. But yeah, so if you could, please help me out there. But I don't get ad revenue, and that's where we go back to that Patreon thing. I think we got the rigmarole here going. Patreon.com/everyshow. You can go support me there. $1 a month, $5 a month, whatever you can spare, I appreciate. And thank you everyone that does support me there. There. We got both hands going. We got a remote. But yeah, thank you everyone that does support me over at patreon.com/everyshow. Just think of it like a tip. Think of it like support for what I produce here, for the 2 to 3 hours it takes to put together these videos, for when I am able to get out to shows, the gas money, the ticket costs, all that kind of stuff. It helps me out with that, web hosting, all that fun stuff. So yeah, thank you everyone that does support me there. But yeah, the other thing you can do, and it's completely free, because you heard web hosting, right? That is go to everyshowjoe. That one. There we go. But put it.com, and it'll bring you right to my website. That's where you can see my professional photography, which was just recently featured on the Phoenix New Times once again. Thank you, Benjamin Leatherman, for featuring my Row Lounge shots. That was fun. I miss this. I want to take pictures. That's just it. But also, yeah, you can find those pictures over at everyshowjoe.com, along with words. I know, it's crazy. I feel like I'm just going to mow with one hand. But I write about why I love those shows, why I'm photographing these bands, why they just rule. You gotta go check out Devin K and the Solutions. I'm just saying. But appreciate it. I love it. Go check it out. Also has updates on my health stuff, which with the 3-year mark, you'll see reflection on 3 years of this shit. Great. Hopefully, let's see. We got 2 weeks if we're lucky. Yeah, I got a notification. But yeah, 2 weeks if this doesn't go away, that I'm gonna be reflecting on the 3rd year and where we're at, which at least I'm seeing a long COVID specialist now that's gonna try to help me. We'll see how that goes. At least improve. I would say improve life. I was gonna say there's a phrase that's escaping my brain right now. Yeah, well, if it comes when it comes. But yeah, so that helps out there too. Regardless, also while you're on everyshowjoe.com, there is a store link that I probably should check just to make sure it's still active. You can pick up an Every Show Joe shirt. Those are definitely somewhere around here in one of these boxes. They are here. I've seen them. They have a Phoenix Punk Rock Bowling 2nd place trophy in them, so I know the box is here. I just gotta figure out where. So order it. Yeah, actually, you'll make me look. But yeah, you can support me that way too. Of course, like I said, music featured underneath this week's episode is from Matstagram off their brand new album. And yes, album that you saw me touting. We're going to try not to hit the microphone stand, but yes, Yellow Paint, which that title track, Caffeine, Letterkenny, fucking dude, the shitty Jeep song is so good, and like the whole fucking album is easily in my top 5 this year right now. So I easily will recommend you go check that out. And if you didn't go out to Suicidal Tendencies, you can still catch them play at the opening for the Descendants. Fuck, right? Yeah, so there's some awesome stuff. And then, of course, every week I like to stress and just, yeah, fuck racism, fuck homophobia, fuck transphobia, fuck sexism, misogyny, all this bullshit that the current administration has enabled. They are removing rights from these groups. They are fucking arming Israel with our own fucking bullshit and making that shit worse. Like, it's angering. I'll make myself turn red, but not like Harrison Ford in that okay Captain America movie. But that was a good fighting. It just seemed like it was just there for the fun. They were just fighting for the fun. But yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, so yeah, fuck. And like I touched on, fuck this RFK Jr. and can't even fucking explain what autism is correctly, let alone explain. He doesn't even fucking subscribe to virus theory. He subscribes to the thing before it, which is even worse. They're setting us up for a frustrating amount of things to come. But, you know, the point of this segment is to actually push things we can do to make things better, improve things for our friends, defend our friends in our scenes. Yeah. So let's get right into it. Okay, for one, 5051, there's a link to it over on my website. They're the ones organizing protests like the No Kings one, which was fucking amazing to watch over social media. How many friends are out there, how many people are out there. Was 11 million, I think they said, were at those protests worldwide? Yes, there was even some across the oceans in other countries joining us and protest this shit. We don't want the king. We don't need this shitty man who wants to have his fucking tank parade that costs $45 million for what? For what? Waste money like no tomorrow. Fucking trying to give no due process, which is guaranteed by our Constitution, to every person, citizen or not. Yeah, anyways, it was awesome to see everyone going out there and mobilizing, and now we just need to push for more action. Let's get involved more. Let's push more against this administration and their fucking bullshit. Right now, go speak out against the current thoughts on the just availability of the vaccines. If they restrict these to only 65 and older, we are setting ourselves up for a really horrible holiday of illnesses. And then on top, there is the whole trying to sell fucking public land, national park land, private companies, private businesses. What the fuck? Speak out against it. There's the forum for public comments right now. Go out there and fucking support. Yeah, let's just get involved, mobilize, and push more against what I saw out there of us pushing against this shit. All right, and 5051, I linked to on there. They're organizing things, protests, and all that you can get involved in too. So go check that out. Also, of course, there's a link to the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. Help there against that shit that's happening over there. All this should just be angering, right? Blood pressure raising. We also got, of course, the Abortion Fund of Arizona I linked to on there. It's a great resource for information, on top of being available for just choice. It should be your choice what you do with your reproductive system. We also have links to Black Lives Matter, which I have the Phoenix Metro one on there because I'm out of Phoenix, and now I'm in Phoenix proper. That's what we also got RAIN. They've got 1 in 10 with LGBTQ youth. Also Transcorp Pueblo helping with migrants and undocumented or transgender. ACLU, of course, great great organization. As you've seen me tout, I now have a membership card, but I guess I need to update these guys. We got Stop Asian American Pacific Islander hate in there. We got First Nations Georgia Florida Indigenous, Feed Phoenix helping homeless here, and Punk Rock Saves Lives. Like, yeah, a lot of great organizations get involved, and even if these aren't up your alley, find something that is and get involved. That's all. It doesn't have to be. These are just suggestions. Doing anything is awesome. It's one of the things I've been hating since this chronic fatigue has been such an impediment. I hate sitting on my hands. I hate not doing anything. I at least try to share links and stuff through Threads and Blue Sky, and occasionally my Instagram stories, and occasionally my at least my personal Facebook. But yeah, I try to share some of that stuff. I hate just sitting on my hands and being idle. Of course, this chronic fatigue has been a pain in my ass, and some people seem to not get that. Had at least one boil over discussion with a member of a band that we don't need to discuss. I can laugh at it, right? But yeah, so yeah, and then of course the best thing. This is a music show, believe it or not. And you want to support your favorite musicians, so buy the shirts, go buy the vinyls, go buy the albums, CD, digital even. You just go on the Bandcamp and buy their shit. Buy their skate decks, buy their shirts, buy any of that shit and support. They'll appreciate it. That's the best way. Going to that merch booth, going to their merch website directly is the best. But even if you go to their Bandcamp and buy it, or you go to their record company, a lot of independent record companies and labels. There's the word I was looking for. I'm like, independent labels. You can buy there, and they still will get a good cut of that too. But yeah, go support your favorite artists. Support them, wear them, all that fun stuff. And of course, yeah, that's the best way to support them. Go on Bandcamp when there's. I know they're becoming rare, the Bandcamp Fridays, but they still, from what I've read, 85% goes to the artist, so it's still a good portion. And you can always adjust how much you're paying to make up for that. But yeah, so there's that. And yeah, since if I don't need to talk away the whole night until we hit midnight, and then you're like, well, fuck, it doesn't even matter. I mean, it may not matter, but still, we're gonna. Since I didn't do last week, we're gonna start with Friday. We're gonna start with today, Friday the 20th. And we're going to start all times in Arizona, which are Mountain Standard Time, because we don't do daylight savings here in this state, except on the reservation. So we kind of. But yeah, let's get right into it. Of course, tonight we got Suicidal Tendencies with End It, with Mastagram, with the Agaries, and Overstand. Fuck yeah, Overstand over on at the Marquee Theater, opening this whole thing up, 6:55 p.m. Summer Sessions featuring Nito, Howard Till Midnight, Let Me Down's Four Banger, The Ultramatics, and Haitlin Sensation at Yucca Tap, 7:30 p.m. MF Gloom, Body Res, there we go, sorry. And Rad Pinkard at the BRI Taproom, 8 p.m. We also got the Bowline Fury over at 1227 Taproom. I put an asterisk here, which I think meant 6 and... I'm getting this. And we're going to go 7 p.m. for now. Yeah. Which actually, I would close to that one. I can make it over there if they have a good one. And also we got Jeff of Mills End over at Orange Tree Golf Resort starting at 6 to 9 p.m. Then Saturday we've got Decay. We've got Vices of the Grave, Idle Vice, and DOS, Vanilla Service, or, yeah, we'll just go with that. At Time Out Lounge, 8 p.m. We also got the Maybe Next Year's with Strud, Aurelia, and Three-Eyed Dragon at Yucca Tap, 8 p.m. We got Big Finish with Carol Pacey, Honey Shakers, Jaffe's Descent, and the Woodworks to Chopper Johns, 8 p.m. Over there, we also got Can Your Cousin Do This? That's a good name. Put it on the board. I mean, the board's over here, right? I think that's how we're going to have to reacquaint things in this new setting. But Can Your Cousin Do This? Overthinking, playing a set. How cool is that? The Vested Interest over at the Groundworks down in Tucson, 7 p.m. for you guys down there, or for an excuse to go down driving on Sunday. And then Sunday, we've got Ellie Vern and the Vergreen with Slugbug over at Last Exit Live at 8 p.m. And remember, Last Exit Live is now off the, I think it's the B line? There's an A and B line now, one going east and west, one going north and south. of the light rail. But yeah, it's right off that 8 p.m. Then Monday we've got Esso with King Summer, a Walking Page, and Luigi Leone at the Rebel Lounge, 7:30 p.m. Now Grandma None, Rejected Monsters at Ground Zero Studios, 7 p.m. I'm realizing I probably forgot that Spicy Mayo show at Santan Gardens with not the Slackers, but Slackers. And I think that it. So there you go. That was also tonight, I think. Oh, my brain is mush. But yeah, Tuesday though we got Bayside's 25th anniversary tour, night 1. They're doing 2 nights here in Phoenix, with the Smoking Popes at the Now Theater, 7:30 p.m. I know you're like, Phoenix, Mesa, it's all the Valley of the Sun. All right, but yeah, and then we got Wednesday, night 2 of that tour, also 7:30 p.m. at the Nile Theater. Then we also got Howling Giant with Surf Through Death, Wicked Rain, and Masara at the Rebel Lounge, 8 p.m. There's also Thursday, we got Vana Laya with Urban Life, Big Yen at Elastico Live, 7:30 p.m. Then Friday, I only got 1 show listed here. That's right. I guess this is right. Well, next Friday we'll know for sure. But Rhythms of Resistance charity show benefiting Resistance Network of Arizona, Indivisible Arizona, and ACLU-AZ in the fight against fascism. There we go. Featuring Glittervaunt, Ferratu, Rejected Monsters, Vox Manica, and Katie Cage at Yucca Tap, 8 p.m. So, like I said, that's the only one I got here to recommend for you. So you got one place to be on Friday night. Let's go with that. Go fight some fascism and support with donations there. Get those great organizations. And I guess that's it. I feel like I should have more. I'll just drink this glass of water. That'll add a couple seconds. I don't even know how long this has been recording. We'll find out when we finish. But yeah, I guess that's all I got. Ooh, I even have these. Whoop, as I almost dropped them. These are back too. There you go. All right, but yeah. So have fun out there. Enjoy some live music. I didn't know I was gonna go back to wearing these. Everything's smudgy. I gotta clean these. But yeah, have fun out there. Check out some awesome bands, some live music. Share them. Tell everyone, tell the world how much you fucking love them. They appreciate you spreading the word and all that fun stuff. We're gonna see how I feel. I'm still dealing with the effects, the post-exertional malaise, moving. But at least my trips to Tempe are done as of today. Keys returned in. So hopefully next week can hopefully plan. I'm trying to think. July. There's Bomb Pops. There is Less Than Jake, Suicide Machines, Fishbone, Catbite. That's gonna be an amazing one. Now, there's plenty of other stuff. We'll get to it. That's why you gotta keep watching, right? Ooh. There we go. All right, but until next week, take care.